Man, Dana White slapped his wife. What's up with that?
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah,
okay, honestly.
Slappy Dana.
Little love tap. Little love tap.
No love tap. Come on.
Hey, bro,
Are you all mad at Dana, though?
Dana made the biggest mistake. Never leave it up to the judges.
Nah,
And
you're
you
stupid.
did, I'm telling you. I think he won the fight of the night, too.
For sure.
Slap him first, though? Didn't she slap him first?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
So,
true. She
like,
slapped him
it's not
first.
like he just did it out the blue.
Yeah.
That's what
put
made
her
it
in
a lot
check.
better. That's why it's breezed over so fast. It's just because like everyone saw pretty clearly what happened, so it's kind of already explains itself. Oh, you guys are getting into it. She slapped you, and you slapped her back.
Yeah. Did you hear his explanation though?
Yeah,
he was like,
and he killed it.
I've known her since we were 12. You know, been married for a long ass time. We got 3 kids. It's like, yeah, but it's can't be like, oh, I take all the blame for it. But to give you some backstory, I've known her for decades. It's like so, and then he really didn't hit her that hard, to be honest. But I don't think you should hit a woman for any reason, unless she's coming at you with a knife or trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Then you beat the fuck out that bitch.
Yeah, definitely wasn't a good
yeah,
look.
for sure. You beat the fuck out that bitch. Other than that, though, like a little love tap here and there, that's some relationship shit. Shit happens. It's a little toxic, but
And the club is messy though,
In
and they're
Cabo,
hella
And
drunk too.
alcohol's involved and
Yeah,
all of that.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, man, you probably shouldn't hit your girl, but it's like, I think some people will probably be able to see that situation and be like, okay, you just got hit. You're probably drunk, and now you just hit her back. And it's like, it's not like you were the first one to hit her. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, it's really not that bad, honestly. No, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
He didn't
Like,
hit her with like a lead uppercut or like a lead hook. You know what I'm saying?
he
Hit her
didn't
with a
do nothing
Kimura,
crazy,
none of the
bro.
MMA shit. If you watch it,
Yeah.
like,
It's not like that. You gonna go to jail now.
And then
It's like,
another indicator that this isn't their usual behavior is everyone immediately like splitting it up. It wasn't like everyone that was with him was just like, nope, they get like this, just let them go.
Yeah.
Like everyone immediately split them up.
she was
So-
surprised. She was like,
Who?
like, the wife, like after he did it.
That he
type
slapped her
shit.
back.
did he get 2?
It
Yeah,
looked
like-
like he did. He
it was
did
like
look
a-
like
I thought
he
he got
swung
the
it,
second
but I
one.
don't think he actually connected the side. I think he might have pushed her, or like
Yeah.
faced her, or something, or mushed her.
I don't
But
think
Her
slapping
first-
a girl be a normal behavior.
Huh?
You were saying like it didn't seem to be a normal behavior. I don't think slapping
abusive
your wife-
relationships.
That's not normal though. In public.
Yeah, no, I mean, it
I'm saying
happens,
what
but-
made it seem like it's not normal is everyone immediately splitting them up, because there's a lot of couples you see videos leaked of, like for example even Jay-Z and Beyonce when Solange was beating his ass. That doesn't seem like it was normal, but you can notice when people around them aren't breaking it up, like they're just standing there. That does tell you something about the situation for sure.
Hey, man, he put women into the UFC, and he stood on that equality, baby.
Yeah, you want equality, you got equality.
We gotta clap it up for him.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I clap it up for you.
Come on, bro. He defended himself. He stood up for himself.
Nah.
Nah, I feel there's not that much. This was kind of a little softball, open us up, get it, just get us fucking, rolling forward. But I love Dana, man. Dana's
Did you see Ariel Hawani's response?
No, but I heard for a little bit about it. Well, you tell me about it.
So you know how Dana and Ariel Hawani, his son.
His son.
So they've always had this back and forth. He put out this statement right after the news broke out or the video popped up, and Dana White has said something. He said a lot of things to Ariel before in his life, a lot of things that have been true, that have not been true. But one of the things that stuck to Ariel was when he started crying on camera live. Dana was talking about Ariel, and he was like, "What are your kids gonna say about that?" And then Ariel just kind of comes back and says the same exact thing about him. He's like, what are your kids gonna say about the man that you are? What are your kids gonna say about the man that he didn't say hits his wife, but he was trying to like insinuate it in that way. So it was just like he was getting his get back. Like it was kind of like a full circle moment for Ariel.
It holds less weight to me though when like Ariel, he's just waiting to throw that jab at him, and rightfully so. I get that, but like even then, like Dana kind of addressed like, yeah, we have to just worry about our family, our kids, and everything. But Ariel, it's like, yeah, they say don't kick someone when they're down. Ariel came with the people's elbow, bro. Just boom, like
The way he worded it, he didn't like say anything about him slapping his wife. He talked about everything that he was as like the owner of the UFC and stuff like that. But since the video comes out, everybody knows what he's talking about.
Ariel just
what are your kids gonna say about that? I was like, damn, okay. It's fair. I feel like everybody's gonna have their opinions on it. Everybody's gonna be a judge.
I mean, I've never experienced that, like seeing my dad hit my mom. But like honestly, I'm maybe like, okay, if I'm Dana White's kids, right? I'm thinking, okay, my dad has did everything he could to put food on the table. They've known each other for decades, longer than I was even born. Like they have an intricate relationship that I could probably never even fully understand, even being their son. You feel me? Like I think I can give daddy a pass. You feel me? For giving mommy love taps, because he didn't uppercut the fuck out of her and drop kick her. You know what I'm saying? Like.
The
I
biggest
don't
thing
know.
is if she slaps him first, like, because it really is a total game changer. I'll be honest, bro. Because like, even if you and one of your homies, you two get into it and start arguing, it's way different. You guys arguing versus you just slap Saqib straight across the face,
Yeah.
fucking spit flying out his mouth, just boom, like
Rocky.
that's way different, right?
Yeah.
So like. You just slapping your girl and she didn't do anything physical to provoke you. There's no like that. Even if it was just man on man, like that's a way different ordeal that you just put hands on him. But now it's different. If your girl slaps you, that in itself not that huge. You slapping your girl back, still not good. But that context all like changes the way you look at it. Really, it's a totally different story if your dad slapped your mom after she slapped him first. Either way, it's wrong. But it's way different than him just slapping her because they're arguing.
Yeah, some more context. I mean, Dana White's sort of like an alcoholic. He can
Really?
drink a lot. I've seen videos of him drinking before he goes out on stage.
So what's happened?
Either he's numb to the alcohol, or this dude just always be drunk, and so maybe he couldn't
handle his liquor.
Yeah, he couldn't handle liquor.
The hen dog got to him.
He was all like, "Hand
Off
a beat,
that
though."
dark liquor. That dark liquor give you energy.
You think Dana White might be an alcoholic?
Yeah, I think so.
A functioning
Little bit.
I
alcoholic?
mean, functioning alcoholic for sure. I'm not saying not. I mean, maybe he wasn't functioning that night, but like.
Where's your claims?
Oh, he was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
functioning. I don't know if
Show us
you
the
saw
Carfax. Show us the
how he
Carfax.
connected. He was definitely functioning.
Yeah, it was pretty accurate. I don't know, man. That's
He just
one.
don't give a fuck.
That's one detractor, bro.
Do you think him working in the UFC and MMA has him like a little more aggressive than
Yeah,
the regular
sure.
person?
I don't think so, man. It's just like you're the owner of it. Like I don't think you being. I feel like if you're a fighter, if you practice fighting, you're a little bit more peaceful, if anything, right?
Yeah.
Because you're taking that into the cage. You're not bringing this out into your regular life. Obviously, there are cases where people do bring it out into their personal lives, but for the most part, a lot of fighters, I feel like they fight. They have to meditate. They have to keep their center balanced and like stay calmed. You know, so I don't think that's him just being the owner of the UFC. It just makes it look 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I feel the
You know?
opposite because like our perception of fighting is like it's bad. We try to avoid it, you know, because like
Speak
it's
for
not
yourself.
really accepted. I don't want to inflict harm upon someone else. But in the UFC and all these fighting leagues, like it's widely accepted, obviously, and they're sort of numb to it. I don't think they're gonna bring it like outside of the ring per se. But if it were to happen, I don't feel like it would affect them as much as it would affect us because how often are we getting into fights? For them, they're practicing fighting all the time. So I feel like they would interpret it a lot differently than we would. Again, all perception.
Interpret what?
Not necessarily interpretation, but I'm saying perception of like what a fight would be.
Oh, what a fight is?
Yeah.
Well, but it's also different for a lot of them because when you're that skilled, you know, like, I will really fucking kill somebody. Like, if you're talking street fights, most of them, I feel like the majority of mixed martial arts practitioners, they're not getting into, like, bullshit street fights. But I will say, Dana having to be around so many fighters and, like, have to, like, get into arguments and altercations with, like, these guys that are trained to destroy people, I'd say, like, as far as toughness goes, I feel like you got to have a thick skin for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dana's the man. Either way, I'm still in support of Dana, man. Shout out to Dana. Everything he's done for us.
Start bench cut. Dana.
Self-defense.
Tate.
Start bench cut.
Johnny
Dana,
Sins.
Logan Paul, Andrew Tate.